Hi. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everybody, whatever it may be for you. For me, here in Minto, Alaska, it is 1:53 p.m. That is 1:53 in the afternoon, for those of you who don't use p.m. Just kidding. It's a universal thing. Anyways, welcome back. It's been a extremely red-hot, piping hot minute since my last video. I think my last video was like 2 years ago, which is insane, and I apologize, but a lot has been going on. One thing is I got married this summer. I just wanted to make a quick video basically talking about my life so far and kind of give a brief update on how my life has been going. It's not going to be a super long video because I have to go get my wife from work in like 20 minutes. So why don't I take this time to also shovel off our deck. Also, speaking of deck, this is our house. It's not our house, it's a mission house that is owned by Last Frontier Ministries. They come here all the time, and this house is owned by them. So we're just kind of renting and also being the caretakers, like shoveling the deck, for example. And also keeping the place warm and keeping the house, occupied and used and whatnot. So that way it's just not a house sitting here empty because it doesn't get used year round. And in exchange, we get to live here. But also, we get the privilege of hosting teams whenever there's missions teams coming out to do, like missions work here in Minto. We get the absolute pleasure of hosting them. And I think we've hosted two teams only so far. But it's been a really great time. So I think in the time from my last video that I made, I started dating someone and then got engaged, and then I am now married. So that has been a wild adventure, to say the very least. And I'm looking forward to many more adventures to come. And I would like to talk more about all of that and like to go maybe a little bit more into depth in a later video. But for right now, it's just me saying that I'm going to try to be back. I know my consistency is absolutely terrible. Another aspect of my life update is I, back in February, was diagnosed with a thing called a Chiari malformation. And it's when your cerebellum, which is that little bit of your brain that is like just above the base of your skull, is like abnormally larger or something like that, and it is protruding down the hole in the base of my skull, and it is putting pressure on my spinal cord, which is causing all sorts of nervous system issues. Like my entire left side from the neck down it's not numb, but it has like altered sensation where like the difference between hot and cold surfaces is definitely not as exaggerated or as noticeable as my right side, which is still normal. Oh, I know that's kind of a big thing, and it is something that unfortunately requires surgery. There's no medication that can fix it. There's no change in like daily routine that can help it. Quite literally, the fix for it is surgery. The cerebellum, I think that's the part of your brain that is responsible for like coordination and all sorts of different things. Like some of the symptoms are, your coordination is like extremely like lowered, like lessened. It affects your ability to swallow, which I experience actually on a regular basis. I'll get food and then I'll go to swallow it. It'll get to like the back of my mouth and I'll be like, because my body is like, I don't know what to do from this point on. And like I said, it has not been fun. It has not been a fun experience for me, but we're working on getting towards surgery. I have an appointment this coming Saturday in Fairbanks at the imaging center for an MRI for my thoracic spine. And I got an MRI actually this past summer in Anchorage for my head because they wanted to get a better look at it because they only had a CT scan to look at. And I'll probably put up an image like here or something for it of that. It's actually kind of neat. And then now they want another MRI for my spine to look at what's called a syrinx. It's like a buildup of spinal fluid that isn't able to flow freely as it should because of the situation with this pinching my spinal cord. Well, so that's kind of the update on my life right now. I am married, and I'm living in a house now with her, still in my home village of Minto. It has been great. We've only been married for like 5 months. Let's see. June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So we've been married for coming up on 6 months now, which is wild to think about, but it's a lot of good times. It's a lot of good times for sure. Yeah, living in this house, this beautiful house that we have been so blessed with the opportunity to be able to basically be the caretakers of this place, and it has been a great blessing to us for sure. We started a high school Bible study every Sunday night. We didn't this past Sunday because of traveling, but we will this weekend, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, anyways, I know this was a lot of rambling. I'm going to have loads of fun editing all of this, trying to figure out the clips and what I was saying and whatnot, trying to make any kind of sense of what I've been doing. But I hope to be more consistent with my video making in the future. And like I said earlier, I want to give a more in-depth update on my life, being, like the wedding, the summer, my medical condition, that kind of thing, the house. So keep an eye out for that. I don't know when, so I can't really tell you when it's going to be. We're going to be going down to Healy for Christmas this year. But keep an eye out for future videos. But thanks for watching. I'm going to get the rest of this cleaned up, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.